Hi there and welcome to another Fusion 360 tutorial video. So, in the end of the last Lego brick tutorial we had finished modeling our brick and now we want to apply some appearance to this. So, we can find our brick under the bodies here and I'm going to rename it a 2x4 Lego brick. And we will create a component from that body. So now it's a component and I'm going to go to physical material. Right now the physical material is steel. Of course it's not really steel, it's some kind of plastic. I'll go with ABS. We drag that on to our model. You'll see it changes now to a white ABS plastic, but it may not be white ABS plastic, it could be some other colored plastic. So we want to apply a color now to it. So this material will be ABS, but we're going to choose the color. We'll start off with glossy red. We drag that on, and then if we want to edit this into another color, I would duplicate it. I go to edit, and we'll change it from glossy red to glossy yellow, for example. We drag our slider to yellow here, drag this to the color yellow we want. We'll leave these alone so it continues to look like plastic. This is the correct roughness and reflectiveness for plastic. Go to done. And we can drag that onto there. Now, if we change the faces, we can also choose individual faces that we want to be a specific color. Of course, on a Lego brick, everything's going to be the same. So we'll go back to bodies and components. We drag that on, remove, and it will make it back to our glossy red color. There's a lot more we can do with appearance. I'm going to go into those in other tutorials where we start doing renders and things like that. We're just going to look at real basic appearance for now, and that is done. Now, something that wasn't on our reference drawing was a kind of a radius on these edges. These are all very sharp edges. I had a look on a real Lego brick. These are a little bit curved on the top here, so we'll fillet these edges a little bit. It's going to be like not even 0.5, it's going to be like 0.2 or 0.1 on every edge here, okay? So we get the fillet tool, go along every one of these edges here. And it's very subtle, but it just removes a little bit of the harshness to the edge, okay? And they're all going to be 0.1, okay? And we'll do the same around this top edge here. And these edges, and that edge. Okay, so there we have our really finished Lego brick model, and we're going to now create a drawing. So we'll save this as far as we've got, and we'll go ahead and switch from design to drawing. A drawing from design, a full assembly. We've only got one object in here anyway, and we're good with the sheet size A3 size, millimeters. Go to OK, and it's going to bring up our drawing workspace. Already gives us a drawing with a nice title block already in there that we can fill in later on, and we choose our reference place, which let's go with the top. Okay, go to top-down view, shaded, or maybe a front view. No, we go to the right view. Yeah, like this. Okay. Shaded, scale 2:1 is okay. We'll stick that onto our page here. Now we will go to a projected view. That's our base point, and we'll drag down here. We drag another one over there. We'll have a 3D view over here. We'll have a bottom view up here. Okay, and then finally we're going to have a section view. We'll make the section view through here. Okay, like so. We hit enter, and we drag that. It can come up here. Okay. Now we'll rearrange things a bit, space them out so everything's not quite so cramped. Okay, I'm going to shift this view down here. Okay, now we can go ahead and start doing our dimensions. Alright, and we can also edit view, and we can change this view only to a line drawing, for example. Now, okay, so everything else stays shaded, but our section view is a line drawing with some shading where we're sectioned through. Okay. Now, if we want to change where our section is going through, we can actually move this like so. So that changes where our section is going through. Okay? So now it's running through this, and we're looking in the direction of the arrow, you see? The arrow direction there, that's the direction that our section is going. Okay, so now we can begin to do some dimensioning. And there's also a detail view as well. If you wanted to look closer in at something, we can select a center point there and a circle. And we can have a close-up view of this. Okay? Reference from here to that. Alright? And text is a little bit off the page, so we'll drag that down. So that's our section view there, B4. And this is a 4:1 scale. Okay? So, dimensions. From here, we can drag our linear dimension. Let's zoom into here. Okay, linear dimension. Distance from end to end. Okay, now you've got to make sure that we're going really from the end here, because we've got a very fine fillet on the edge. Make sure we're going all the way. 13.7 to the top here. 9.6. And there's a 4.6. 1.8, and our distance from the top all the way down to here. Get rid of that one. We didn't get quite from the top. Because you have a very fine fillet on there, you've got to make sure you're snapping onto the right point. There. Okay. And down here. And there, 1.5. And we want the center. Top-down view, probably for that one. Okay, I think we have enough dimensions on there. Come down here, dimension, center point to center point 8. Okay, center point to our edge here. I want a linear dimension. And there to our center point, 3.9. Okay. Here to here is also 8. Got that too. Dimension line. our section line, it will be a little bit messy, so we'll go here, drag it out to there so it's not overlapping. And we could also dimension that if we wanted on the orthographic view here. We would need to go, I think, for a line dimension for that one. There. You can dimension that way as well. Okay, so the interior dimensions. We have between there. Got our wall thickness, 1.2. Thickness of this, 0.8. Now we need a little bit more space. Drag this down. There is more space for our dimensions. The distance between centers here, if we can. I'll go end to end. It's 8.6. So you get the idea as to how you can go through dimensioning this. We've also got this close-up in this corner here. Or we can put dimensions on these parts. And finally, on these parts as well. So our center points. Center point to the edge here. There. Okay, so I think we are now done with all of that. Now down here in our block, we can input other information you may want to put in here, a drawing number, etc. We can add text, the date of issue, and so on. There's all options down there, but that's it. Now you can export this as a PDF and we will be done. So there's our dimension drawing of our Lego brick here in Fusion 360. So I hope you found this tutorial useful, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and follow along for more tutorials here from Fusion360tutorials.com.